Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Catch TV. I'm Bruce Dickey. Thank you so much for joining today. As you can see, my guests today, we're going to talk to Cory Hodges and Debbie Hodges from Holland Travel. We're going to find you a place to go because people are going to be traveling soon, right?
That's right.
They are. They're ready.
They're going to be getting back out there, and and these guys will be able to help us find the perfect spot for you, and we'll get you there. That's what we're going to do. We're going to have a lot of fun this hour packed in, and let's see what's going on around the area. Again, this is Big Talk with Bruce Dickey, and my name is Bruce Dickey. Welcome. What is going on around the area? See, now you guys are off TV, okay, so you can go ahead and giggle or whatever you want to do. Some community events today. Actually, not a whole lot of community events going on. The Wednesday is kind of a slow day anyway, and I don't know if our church is going yet. You know, are they having church night yet on Wednesday night? What's the word? Do you guys know?
We have been going up to church at Louisville at Red Brush.
Okay.
Not sure about the Wednesday night.
Okay. Well, I didn't know what folks were doing if they had, because Wednesday night's usually church night, and that's
I think things are starting up a little.
I was kind of thinking that too. So, today is church night, so you might keep that in mind. By the way, this is Wednesday, June 24th. In case you wondered. Junk days continue over in Clay City, the village of Clay City. They have, for about the last week, they've set a dumpster up at the right by the railroad tracks, up there by the Price is Right resale shop. Now, they don't want tires, they don't want electronics, either TVs or computers. They don't want paint, don't want chemicals, propane tanks, landscape waste, construction waste, batteries, hiccups, or motors, and but they'll have that going on till the end of the month up in Clay City. Not a lot else going on today, but I do have some national days that we can celebrate. This is National Pralines Day. National Pralines Day is on June 24th. It honors confection made from nuts, whether in whole pieces or whether they're ground, and sugar syrup. Pralines may also refer to any chocolate cookie containing the ground powder of nuts. Around the world, candy makers create their pralines a little differently. The Belgian pralines contain a hard chocolate shell. French pralines are a combination of almonds and caramelized sugar. And American pralines contain milk or cream and are softer and creamier, resembling fudge. All right, I have my first question for you, Debbie. You've been to New Orleans. How many times?
I actually have never been to New Orleans.
You've never gone to New Orleans?
Cory's been there.
Cory's been to New Orleans. Did you go down and get the pralines down in New Orleans, Cory?
I've had the pralines on the street.
They do a nice job.
Oh, yeah. They're really good. I love getting pralines every time I go to a different sporting event or different location, different theme park where you can find them, but they're really good down in New Orleans.
It just makes it a special trip, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It makes it
worthwhile.
It really does. But yeah, today is National Pralines Day, June 24th. Now that I think about it, it's also my nephew's birthday. I'm going to have to text him or something like that. I feel bad now. What else is going on today? This is also National Parchment Day. National Parchment Day. And this is not really the kind of parchment I was thinking. I was thinking when I read that it was National Parchment Day, we're celebrating the Declaration of Independence or maybe old papers or something like that. No, that's not what this is. In actuality, National Parchment Day is a celebration of parchment-infused flavor in cooking. I had no idea. National Parchment Day brings innovation and convenience back to the kitchen. While adding convenience, parchment also infuses flavor, locks in moisture, and preserves the vital nutrients. It's also long been a part of the French kitchen. Now, I must admit, I am not a big parchment, I presume not a big parchment eater. Do you guys ever, see, now I know there's a good way to poach fish using parchment, but that's about the only thing I've ever seen done.
I've never never cooked with it myself.
Never could. It's just not something you do. Well, all right. Here's something we all know about. However, this is also National Lightning Awareness Week. National Lightning Awareness Week. The last full week of June is National Lightning Awareness Week. It's an effort by the National Weather Service to help increase lightning safety. It may be shocking to learn that lightning is one of the deadliest weather systems. Records kept by the NOAA show lightning in the United States has killed more than any other weather factor. The second biggest killer is flooding. Third is tornadoes. I did not realize that. Let's see. Did you know that the lightning of the air, the channel of air through which lightning passes, can be hotter than the sun? 50,000 degrees Fahrenheit. Of course, thunder comes from rapid heating and cooling of the air. The estimated storm distance. You all learned this back in science class. Whenever you hear lightning, you don't hear lightning. That was silly.
whenever you see it.
Now I feel silly. Whenever you see lightning, and then you count off until you hear the thunder, it's 5 counts until you see it a mile away, right? You knew that already. Yeah, easy. Yep. Yeah, absolutely right. That's very safe. We're wanting to make sure all of you stay safe as this is Lightning Awareness Week from now until the end of the month. You are watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Catch TV, joined here today by Debbie Hodges and Cory Hodges, and we are going to talk about travel. We're going to get you out, get you where you want to go. Here on Big Talk with Bruce Dickey, back right after this word. Please do. Stick around.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Briscoe Surplus Sales on the northeast edge of Flora is your one-stop do-it-all shop. Looking for rugged boots and footwear from great brands like Lacrosse, Rocky, and Carolina? They're there. How about top-notch small engine parts and service? Briscoe Surplus Sales has it. Whether you're wiring your switches or switching your wiring, Briscoe Surplus Sales has the solution and the know-how to help you get the job done right the first time. Briscoe Surplus Sales, your one-stop do-it-all shop.
At Clay City Banking Company, we're all on the same team, regardless of zip code. At home, work, school, or across the country, you can be part of our team with our cutting-edge mobile banking products. From your hand, you can check balances, transfer money, make deposits, and pay bills. Looking for a loan? We've got you covered with our mortgage, agriculture, commercial, and consumer loans. Join our team today. Clay City, Flora, Louisville, and Fairfield Banking Companies. We're the hometown banks, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
It won't always be new. It won't always be clean. It won't always be flawless. But it'll always be yours. So how do you know it'll be protected? To solve the big challenges of tomorrow, take simple steps today. At Country Financial, when you're ready to start, we're ready to help. With auto insurance.
See me, Alex Atwood in Sisney, for your insurance and financial needs.
It is all things new at Zimdar's Heating, Air Conditioning, and Appliance Repair. We have a new line of heating and cooling equipment and new technicians. Our new equipment line offers 24 months free financing and excellent warranty coverage. Our experienced service technicians can provide you with quality service and repairs on all brands of HVAC equipment. Zimdar's has been serving Clay County and the surrounding areas for over 23 years. The employees of Zimdar's are here to help, so call local and call Zimdar's.
Established in 1945 by farmers and folks like you, the primary goal of South Central FS has always been to improve the profitability of farming. And with a focus on service and safety, FS Propane is committed to keeping your system and appliances running efficiently. FS is a local full-service propane company offering you expert tank installation and system maintenance, as well as dedicated seasonal service. So when it comes to managing your propane needs, look to the experts. Look to South Central FS. Morning, folks. Welcome back. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Catch TV. Thank you so much for joining us today. We are going to get you going, get you through the summertime, get you through the wintertime, and get you maybe next year something planned. Welcome to the show, Debbie Hodges. How you doing, Debbie?
I'm doing fine. How are you doing?
I am outstanding. Thank you so much for being here. Cory Hodges, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you, Bruce.
You guys are sharing a name. I'm presuming relationship, right?
We are. We are, Bruce.
Okay, Debbie. Debbie, you are the owner-operator of Holland Travel, right?
Well, I'm the operator. Mike Holland's the owner.
Okay, all right. Tell me, when did you start? What made you start getting in the travel business? And do you enjoy it?
I love it. I grew up in it.
Yeah.
With Mom and Dad, Bill and Martha Holland, and we just. It's in my blood, and it's in Cory's blood, and all of our families are involved in the travel.
Well, I know your parents were they started the organization, right? Mm-hmm.
With Mike, yeah.
With Mike. When did they start taking you along on trips or did they?
Well, actually, Dad had the flying service in it started up back in early 1950s or 55 when they moved here and started the flying service. And Dad had us all, we traveled all over the place.
Just went all over.
We went all over, and they started selling travel actively. I believe it was in the 80s.
Oh, really? I didn't realize he waited that long. I thought they'd started before that.
Well, he was always a on-demand pilot.
Yeah.
He flew all over, and when people needed to go someplace, and he took people places. But as selling travel like you know it today, I think it was probably in the 80s when they started that. When
do you think, you could have done all kinds of things. You could have chosen to do all kinds of things. When did you just decide this is what you wanted to do, and why?
I really became active in it after my parents passed away because...
You had to.
We had to. And it was there, and people need it.
Yeah.
And now more than ever, people are calling because people are nervous about booking things on their own, not sure what's going to happen.
Yeah.
As we've noticed in the past 6 months.
Oh, well, yeah, that's the thing. You just right now it's scary for the regular traveler, isn't it? Are you finding the same thing, Cory? Whenever you talk to folks,
That's exactly what we're finding. Everyone's uncertain as far as how do they get their money back if something happens, and that's what we kind of take care of is making sure that everything gets, all those I's get dotted and all those T's get crossed. We want to make sure that everything is lined out for our clients the best we can.
Do you remember, we were talking to her about when she started going, do you remember when she first started taking you along where you were going to go?
I grew up traveling all over the world. We went all kinds of trips across the United States. We went over to England for a trip, Hawaii. Great adventures, great times with the family to be able to go and spend time abroad.
I got to ask, and I'll ask now. Maybe you can think about it or you can answer now if something pops in your head. What is your favorite place if you could travel and just spend a week or two somewhere in the world and then come back? Where would you go? What's your favorite place?
Well,
let's say outside of the pandemic. How about that?
Outside of this,
not counting the pandemic.
So if everything was back to the way it was a year ago, when everything is calmed down, I think the best place to go would be somewhere in Europe or South America, maybe. Some place that's different, away from everything we've experienced as kids. And
tell me a little bit about South America. How much traveling have you done down there?
I've done 0 to South America so
really?
far, but it is on my list. I've got a Royal Caribbean cruise that goes down to Panama and Colombia.
Oh, really?
Possibly that I'm going on in December. It's over Christmas.
Yeah.
But that would be my first experience with South America. But I would love to go down Costa Rica. And
sometimes folks on cruises, you wonder how much of the countryside you actually see. Is it up to the individual traveler, really, how much of the countryside? And they're kind of cheating themselves if they don't go out and talk to people, aren't they?
Absolutely. And that's the purpose. That's the main reason people cruise, is to see as many destinations as possible during a week or 2 weeks. Mm-hmm. And you can visit several different countries. So
if you go down to Colombia, are you? I guess can't go to Cartagena because it's inside the country, right. But you'll just catch some of the side trips or something there, or what?
Honestly, the best thing to do when you cruise is to have your schedule set out before you go, to where you know exactly what you're doing when you get to that port. You can schedule different excursions to take you out as soon as you get there, and they'll take you away from the port into the country a little better, to where you can go experience more of the country instead of just the cruise port that was built for cruise ships to come.
That one cruise port can look like another. A lot
of the cruise ports that do have that similarity, but when you get away from the cruise port, a 30-minute to an hour drive away from the port is when you get to experience the countryside itself.
See, now that's cool. That's cool. And I've got a countryside set up here. You've been. Was it last year or 2 years ago you traveled to Ireland? Or how often do you?
I was in Ireland in November.
In November.
Just last November.
Just last November. Had you ever been there before?
I had never been to Ireland.
What'd you think of that?
It was a beautiful place to visit.
See, now I've been to Ireland too. And she sent me pictures. We're going to show some pictures here, and I'm going to ask her to tell me about some of them. But a few of them I recognize. Let's see what we got. Okay, now this I'm assuming is at a bar, right?
That's in the Guinness.
The Bottle Drop Bar is what it says. So that's okay. Well, that's basically in the Guinness in the headquarters, right?
Yes, the headquarters. That was up on the very top floor.
Okay, I have been there, but I don't recall seeing the line of Guinness when I got there. I guess we got there. By the time we got upstairs, Cory, and I feel bad about this. By the time we got upstairs, Cory, the line was already down, and we had to stand and wait for one pour at a time. Which with Guinness takes a little time.
Right.
They make you. It's Guinness, ladies and gentlemen. They make you wait. It's the good stuff. Then, especially when they put the little flower, or the clover on top. The clover on top. That's really cool. Tell me about the view here. I'm presuming that's the Dublin River, or whatever the river is.
That's the Halfpenny Bridge.
The Halfpenny Bridge.
Yes.
What is prominent? What's the good thing about the Halfpenny Bridge?
Well,
don't people go off there and throw coins or something in the water?
They do, and they walk across it. And at one point in the beginning of time, for that bridge, they used to charge a half a penny to walk across it.
Oh, really?
Yes, that's how they got their name.
Okay, well that makes some sense. I hadn't thought about that.
Yeah.
I guess now you didn't go on this trip.
I've not been. No,
you've not been to Ireland. Okay, I've got. See, now this is another place. You went and you took this in November.
I did.
Okay, because you can see the Christmas tree off to the side there of the Temple Bar. The Temple Bar is the most famous bar in downtown Dublin in Ireland, and it is. I mean, granted, there's a lot of people, but that's a lot of fun there, isn't it?
It is. And it was wall-to-wall people. We went through there 2 different nights, I believe. I was with my sister Karen, and we went through there, and it was wall-to-wall people. You really couldn't sit down and enjoy a drink at the Temple Bar.
But then somewhere you found this, and I didn't get the whole. For some reason, I had a problem. But that's your beef stew.
That was the traditional Irish beef stew.
Where did you have the traditional Irish stew?
We were with a group tour, and we had gone out for a show, the traditional Irish show where they're dancing and
Right.
serving traditional foods, and that was. I really can't remember where it was. I know we're about an hour bus ride away from Dublin.
Oh, okay.
To do
Okay.
this.
Oh, really? So this was one of the trips into the country, basically,
Yeah.
to see the cultures like you're talking about. We got a couple of other pictures. There's, I guess, a view of the Irish coast, right?
And that's Cliff of Moors.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we were there for half an hour or half a day, a couple hours, and we hiked back in there. And
Now, is it better? Some folks. Let me ask this question this way: Holland Travel can set it up for whether folks like the tour part or whether they prefer to do stuff on their own, can't they?
oh, absolutely, we have several suppliers that we can set you up for Ireland if you want to rent your own car, and we can have it scheduled where you're going to be.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Each, every couple of days you'd move locations and you would do sightseeing on your own. We would have the important tours prearranged that you have to have reservations for.
Sure.
But other than that, there's places you could go to that
I think in the Guinness tour you had to have reservation, right?
we did, but it was just my sister and I. We weren't that wasn't included in our tour.
Okay. So there are things. I mean,
We
even
went
if you
2
have the
days
tour,
ahead of time.
yeah, I see. Well, you want to help everybody else and then make sure that they knew where to go. We were in Dublin back in 2015, 16. We spent the New Year's there, and you showed the temple. I showed the temple bar and had Christmas tree and all the beautiful lights. They weren't there. They had already pulled all that stuff
wow.
down by New Year's Eve. I was really kind of surprised when I saw your picture. I thought, when did she get that? Either that, or they hadn't done it 6 years ago when I was there. But that's the thing. It's probably kind of a different looking country whenever you go, I suspect, isn't it?
Probably is. It was all decorated then. We were in mid-November.
Yeah.
And I did send Dodie a postcard from the temple bar.
Well, how kind.
Gee.
How thoughtful.
You probably didn't get to see that.
Nobody doesn't let me see beans. I got one more picture. I want to see this. I want you to hear about this castle. Tell me about this castle. Where was this?
That's the Bunratty Castle.
Oh, really? Where is Bunratty? That's in Ireland
That
too,
was
I guess.
close to the Cliff of Moors.
Oh, okay.
And we went there, and it's a whole grounds where you tour the grounds, and you're on your own, but we had a Renaissance style dinner that night where they did all the entertainment, and we actually climbed up to the top of the castle.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's how old was that? You think? Do you remember?
I just don't have any idea how old that was. They're all from the ancient.
Oh, that's really cool. You're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. We're here with Cory Hodges along with Debbie Hodges. We are going to come back. We're going to talk about some other cool places to go. Might get you on one of those ships like he's talking about here on Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Back right after this word. Thanks a lot.
At Back & Body Works Chiropractic, we help you feel better naturally. We can help your whole family from newborns to the elderly. We offer auriculotherapy for smoking cessation and appetite control. We use acupuncture to improve health and well-being in the mind and body. We offer high-quality herbal supplements for adults and children, as well as CBD oil. We also offer exercise classes for women of every age, size, and fitness level. Stop by and see us on the square in Louisville.
Call my mommy.
I'm a bunch of wind. And just like your stomach after that strip mall sushi, I'm a bit unpredictable. Let's redecorate. What's the matter, Tanya? I thought you loved being spontaneous. And if you got the wrong home insurance coverage, I might break the bank too. So get Allstate.
Mayhem is everywhere, so get an Allstate agent. In Salem, call Brandy Drink Pool.
Hi, My name is Bruce Dickey of Wabash Catch TV's Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Watch us each weekday right here on your local cable station. We're on at 9 a.m. with a repeat at 9 p.m. It's your local TV talk show with plenty of information, fun, and frivolity to get your day started right or maybe even ended right. Please contact me at 665-9970 or at bruced@wabash.net if you are a member of your organization would like to be a guest on the show. That's 665-9970. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Hey, thanks for watching.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Get ahead of the game at Carter Athletic Academy, where the goal is to transform you into the best young athlete you can be. Train for top performance in football, volleyball, soccer, baseball, and softball. Professional private lessons and clinics are always available with Carter Athletic Academy's expert training staff. Carter's exclusive Hit Track system brings skill development as well as exciting gameplay to batting cages. Plus, the Academy is the perfect spot for your special event or celebration. The Carter Athletic Academy in Fairfield. Scheid Diesel Service Company is your anything diesel full-service center and fuel injection shop. Scheid Diesel offers the quickest turnaround times to get you back on the road. Scheid Diesel can service any diesel engine from agricultural, construction, heavy-duty truck, and automotive. Let Scheid rebuild your pump, injectors, or turbos. Need custom fuel lines? Scheid has you covered. With a drive-in service, they offer a variety of services, including oil changes, engine rebuilds, DOT inspections, and DPF cleanings. For unmatched quality, think Scheid Diesel Service Company. Anything diesel. Hello, folks. Welcome back. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Catch TV. My name is Bruce Dickey. My guests today are Cory Hodges down there, along with Debbie Hodges, his mother, right here. They are from Holland Travel, and we've been talking about traveling. Okay, Cory, have you now I realize you guys are a travel company.
That's right.
And so I'm going to ask you a question, but I'm going to want an honest answer.
Okay.
You know what I'm asking, don't you? Where have you gone that you think, boy, you know, that was a one-time only deal. I'm never going back to that place ever again. I have had enough. Because you guys have traveled enough that you probably have the occasional experience that you'd prefer not to do again. How about that? Does that make sense?
That's true. Well, I don't want to bash on any specific location.
Oh, I knew it. See, it's
everywhere. Everywhere is a great location to go.
He's giving the agency answer.
But there are some locations that are closer to home to where it was a good 4-hour drive to get there. 6-hour drive down to Eureka Springs, Arkansas. Awesome country, beautiful area. But as far as making that 6-hour drive back to go again, it just wouldn't be.
It's something. It
wouldn't be the greatest.
Some folks might like, but it's not. But it's not up your. It's not up your. You'd like to go.
Right.
Spend if you're going to spend 6 hours traveling.
I would like to go travel somewhere for 6 hours and enjoy the location on the beach or up in the mountains.
Yeah. What are we hearing? What are we hearing from airports and the such? I mean, I know. I read the other day that more of the business traveler airlines are only back to 40 or 50% flights, but the more of the personal travel folks are up to 70, 75, 80%. Is everybody dealing with it pretty well?
Everyone is. The hardest thing right now is the requirement to wear masks. So there are people that are having issues complying with that to where they're not enjoying their trips as much as they could have had they complied. The
traveling part of it.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But it's just people are starting to travel. There's everything's set in place in order to keep you safe, and you get that empty middle seat. So if you're traveling with somebody, then you have your own row.
That's the cool thing.
Is you're guaranteed your own row.
They're guaranteeing an empty seat in the middle on just about all their flights, right?
That's right.
Unless you have family and there's 3 of you or something, you can put your family member there, as I understand it.
Yes.
Yep.
All right. Now, what if I am one of those folks who is scared to death? Oh my heavens! If somebody is coughing in the front row of the airplane, it's gonna go through that little filter and come back and get me. That's refiltered pretty severely, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, everything inside the cabin goes through that HEPA filter to make sure that it's coming out clean as it could.
So it's safe. For the most part.
Right.
Well, that's what everybody.
That's what
they tell us.
That's what they tell us.
Have you guys flown since the quarantine hit? Either of you?
I haven't, but I have 2 sons that are pilots. One's for
really?
Spirit Airlines and one's for United.
Oh, okay.
And Spirit, my son, he has a line next month, which he hasn't had a line since this all happened. He's been on reserve, and so Spirit's picking up.
Well, that's good. How about the United fella?
United
would be more business travel than personal travel.
And he's had trips, but then he gets out on them, and then they change the aircraft on him because they have too many passengers, so they're up in the aircraft size.
Yeah.
And so then he's not qualified on that aircraft, so he just comes back.
Well, that's I do have a flight planned here in the next week or so. So I mean, I'm looking forward to seeing what the new normal looks like,
right.
or at least the new abnormal. Let's hope it's abnormal. You mentioned the seats and tell folks about the promises that the airlines are also making regarding the cleaning of the planes, because they're very thorough, aren't they?
Every industry right now in the travel portion is making their stance to clean everything as much as possible. In between flights, they are bringing in a full crew to do the cleaning of the flight to make sure that everything inside of the aircraft is as clean as possible for the clients traveling with them.
Cory, have you had folks wondering about that, or am I the first one to bring it up? I guess I'm not, surely, right?
People have been asking about it. They are trying to make sure that they're protected, but it's not that large of a concern for most of the people that we're dealing with. People understand that companies clean, and people understand that they need to do their part to maintain their hand cleanliness and not be touching their face as much to not have that spread.
One thing that's kind of a bummer deal right now is that there was in August a planned the Flora Chamber of Commerce had a planned trip to Alaska. Mm-hmm. You've been to Alaska, right?
Correct.
And you have.
I have too.
You have as well. I've got a few pictures from there. Tell me a little bit about a couple of these. We'll show another few pictures, and then we'll talk about some other things. Where is Love Alaska? Or is that a place?
That was in Fairbanks.
That's not a place. That is a slogan, right?
A little slogan to.
Oh.
But that was at a hotel that I think Princess Cruises uses, and.
Now you can't cruise to Fairbanks.
No, but everybody does their cruise tours. If you do the north or southbound cruise.
Is that the one? I know that. The one in the Kenai Peninsula goes up to Anchorage. The train. Does the train go all the way to Fairbanks as well?
Would go all the way to Fairbanks.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
And you can do half train, half shuttle. We did both.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Well, what's more comfortable?
Well, the train's more comfortable, but the shuttle buses are quicker, depending on where you are on the journey.
Yeah. All right, I was looking at this picture, and I thought somebody is going to have a dog sled or something like that. Is that a dog
sled camp?
That's a dog sled camp.
And that was on the riverbanks of
probably the Denali River or something, right?
That was in Fairbanks. We did a tour along. We were on one of those boats.
Yeah.
And they actually demonstrated the dog sledding for us. We were just on the boat. We weren't there.
Okay. No.
I mean, we're at the position where I took the picture.
The boat goes that high?
Well, this was one of those paddle boats.
Oh, okay.
We're on a boat tour in Fairbanks.
I see. Have you ever been on one where somebody got on a dog sled and took off?
I've never been on a dog sled.
Well, I know that. Have you, Cory?
I have not. No.
It's not something. Is that something you'd want to do?
It is. It is something I would like to do.
That's something that you guys set up too, right?
We had several people had booked those tours on this
on this Flora trip. I'm wondering also probably had some folks. I know in Alaska they have the fun glacier flights,
right?
And were folks doing that too? I guess
we had a couple people that were interested in it, but we didn't ever, something like that. We were nervous about putting that much money, a deposit on a trip like that, because you don't know what's happening to these suppliers.
You're talking several $100s a flight, and then if the weather's bad, you only get a portion of your money back or something.
Well, if the flight has to cancel, the tour operator will refund the entire amount.
That's good. Here we are out. I'm guessing that this is from your cruise ship.
Well, that was on another tour in Juneau.
Oh,
no,
really?
We were in Sitka when we did this one.
Okay, you had a nice little whale watching trip?
We had a whale watching trip.
I see that one. Now, what kind of whale do we have here?
I think it was the humpback. I think they were the humpback.
Cory, did you get to go? Does she get to take you to Alaska?
I have not been on the whale watching or the dog sledding excursions, but I have been up to Alaska. Last year we went to Ketchikan, was our one port stop in Alaska for a cruise. It was a short 4-night cruise, but it was a good experience. I'm excited to go back and explore more of Alaska.
Were you going on this trip too this time?
I was going on this one.
Bummer for you.
I know.
Did you get to see this, Debbie?
Yes, that was in Fairbanks, the Northern Lights.
That is just gorgeous, isn't it?
It was.
And granted, I mean, the TV, the picture on the television doesn't really do it justice at all, does it?
I went out 2 nights in a row. I had Melissa Billingsley with me, and we went out 2 nights in a row. And different experience, because the Fairbanks Tourism Board had sponsored us for the weekend, and they wanted us to experience this. But you're going out at 2:00 in the morning.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if they're up there in the summertime,
you can't see them.
Yeah, it's too much sun. There's too much sun.
Yeah, and it's after August 21st.
Oh, really? Because there'd be too much sun before that, right?
Yeah. So if somebody really wants to see the Northern Lights, they need to plan a trip at the end of August and sometime into the fall.
My wife loves to go up to Alaska in December. We went in December and January. We went when I was there, we went in the summertime, and I didn't want to go. January, by the way, I don't know if you know, folks, there's a lot of snow in Alaska.
Cold.
It's cold and there's a lot of snow, but it's a beautiful country, and will you be able to? And I know that a lot of the folks who plan to go on this year's tour are planning to go next year. Have you reopened the reservation system for next year's trip?
We are just in the process of finalizing which ship that we're going to do.
Okay.
But it will be right around the very end of July, very beginning of August again.
So, folks, you'll be getting information out on that. So, yeah, do try to make plans at some point to get to Alaska. It's just something else. You're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. My guest today, Cory Hodges, along with Debbie Hodges. We're having some fun talking about traveling, getting folks having a good time. Back right after this word, and we're going to talk a little bit about Europe, right?
Yeah.
Maybe a little European excursion. You'll hear on Big Talk with Bruce Dickey right after this. Stick around.
Are you needing to advertise or promote your business or special event? At Meager Sign and Graphics, they can print and install laminated vinyl on all sizes of metal, PVC, and plastic sign material. Meagers offers all types of vinyl options with professional installation on your vehicles, walls, and windows, or just about anything else you would like to be personalized. Meagers also offers all sizes of PVC and mesh banners. Meagers is now able to offer LED message centers. Stop in or call Kevin Blank or Danny King at Meager Sign and Graphics for all your lettering and advertising needs.
Having car trouble, need a tow, or just some routine maintenance? Butcher Automotive in Louisville has you covered. Locally owned and operated, Butcher Automotive offers complete vehicle repair services along with tire sales and wheel alignment. They're your local Hankook tire and interstate battery dealer. Butcher Automotive offers free local pickup and delivery so your car can be repaired while you're at work or at home. Butcher strives to treat everyone's vehicle as their own. At Butcher Automotive, they don't want you to give them your business, they want to earn it.
Residents of the Clay County and surrounding area have relied on Clay County State Bank for sound professional service for over 100 years. With convenient lobby and drive-up hours, we are ready to serve you Monday through Saturday. We appreciate all who bank with us, and we look forward to the opportunity of working with anyone who is looking for a community bank to help with their financial needs. Give us a call at 665-3314, visit us online, or stop by and see us on the square in Louisville to experience our friendly personal service.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont's always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LaMonsOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
I thought I'd lost my business in that fire, but my agent was there before the flames were out. He said, together, we're going to rebuild. Our employees depended on it. My independent agent and auto owners made sure we didn't skip a beat. I mean, we didn't miss a single payroll.
For whatever lies ahead, we're always there. Auto Owners Insurance. North Wayne Insurance Agency in Flora is your local independent auto owners insurance agency.
Welcome to Zinc Building Center. My dad and Ryan work here. They sell lumber, paint, doors, windows, plumbing, electrical, and much more. Oh yeah, they sell guns too. Zinc Building Center on Route 45 and Louisville. It's a cool place.
Welcome back, folks. Watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Catch TV. My guests today, Cory Hodges and Debbie Hodges from Holland Travel, and we are talking about a wide variety of subjects. And we're going to get into here in the next 15, 20 minutes. We're going to get into a little bit of the cruise aspect of your job, and we'll start with the river cruise versus the ocean cruise, because it's two very different things, aren't they?
Very different products.
What are the main features of, say, a river cruise over a sea cruise?
Well, a river cruise is you're on a river. You're not going to have rough seas. You're stopping every day. You're at a different port. And whether it's going down the Mississippi River in the U.S. or down the Rhine River or the Danube in Europe or other rivers, there's river cruises in several countries.
I know that Italy has some too.
Italy has them.
When you think of Italy, it's not that big a country, but they have nice rivers to cruise in, don't they?
And you're at ports every day. The river cruises include all your food. Mm-hmm. Some include adult beverages. Some don't. Mm-hmm. Some include gratuities. Some don't. They're all a little different, but almost all of them include your shore excursions.
Oh, really?
So when you're at a port, they always have shore excursions that are included that you can sign up for.
And I've got pictures here from one of the river cruises you've taken, and these are from Amsterdam, right? Well, some of these pictures are from
Amsterdam.
Are the boats small enough to get through those?
They have little boats that do tours down there, but not the river cruises.
Okay.
That was my day before, and I was walking around.
So that's a canal.
That's a canal.
That's not the Rhine.
That's not the Rhine.
The Rhine's quite large up there. If you've seen the movie A Bridge Too Far, where the Rhine hits Arnhem, and that's where do you go through Arnhem, and do you get to see the bridge from A Bridge Too Far and all that kind of stuff?
We did see the bridge, but then we were heading...
You were heading inland?
Yeah, inland, down the... But it was a large body of water right there in Amsterdam that we started with.
Okay, and I think I've got another Amsterdam. This is this is one of the little river cruise boats
on the canals.
A tourist cruise boat, as opposed to the cruise ship that you're actually cruising up the rivers on, right?
I did the tour on something similar to that. My recommendation is to do a private tour.
Really?
If you can, because when you're on those boats, you're all enclosed. You've got people all around you, and you can't see all angles. But I had some other friends that were with me on the river cruise that did a private tour before, and there was just 4 of them.
Oh, really?
On a little boat, open, and it was perfect.
And you set that up too. You can set that,
we can
that
set
kind
that
of.
up.
You guys can set that kind of thing up.
And I set clients up on a private tour when they went last November.
That's pretty cool. I'm recalling. I'm not a bragger. I try not to be a bragger. When I was in Amsterdam, it would have been pretty cool. Actually, we kind of made a mistake. We did not go to the Van Gogh. To the Van Gogh Museum. Oh, did you see her jaw drop? We skipped. It's just from what I understand, it's just the biggest mistake we've ever made. Mm-hmm. You see all the Van Gogh stuff. Okay, now what is this? There's the bicycles.
That's just showing the picture.
Just a little bit. Now, this kind of looks typical of like what the Van Gogh Museum looked like from the outside whenever we skipped it.
And that was like the depot, the train, the central station.
If you recall, how long ago was that?
That was last June.
Okay.
A year ago.
Do you remember, was that building the one on the big park, right, where they had Amsterdam, the large 25-foot letters of Amsterdam or 20?
No.
They didn't.
No.
That was not on that park.
No, this was just right down to where all the canals, all the boats were parked with the canals, central station.
All right, tell me about this little building. I'm confused by this
That
thing.
was in Colmar, France, and that was just a building that, that was a typical building.
A typical building.
Typical. They had all kinds of places like that were just decorated.
Decorated with but this was just decorated for summertime or something,
Yeah,
right? This was not Christmas or anything.
No, and you had some that had watering cans. All
Hanging?
Just hanging on the outside of the building. You would see some with old bicycles just on the outside of the building. It was just a different.
They hung old bicycles. That's pretty interesting.
It was just everything was just different.
See, now that's the key.
And that's their culture.
Yeah, that's the key to the interesting part of what you guys do for a living is being introduced to all this other culture. It's just a ton of fun. I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to show. We're going to talk when we come back. We're going to take a break here in a second, but when we come back, we're going to talk about more of the ocean cruising, and I've got a little preview of it. I'll give folks a little taste of. But this is kind of I think this is this Royal Caribbean?
Royal Caribbean.
All right. That's not a river cruise at all, is it?
No.
That is not a river cruise.
I tell you what, let's do. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to talk a little bit more about that because I guess that thing is just a modern marvel, right?
It is.
And we're going to talk about those and the cool things going on because cruising is taking a hit right now, but it's going to come back. It's going to come back.
It's coming back.
You're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. We'll be back right after this word. Stick around.
Make Carnaby Square in downtown Fairfield your fashion leader. We're the little boutique with the big inventory of beautiful, trendy outfits and clothing in a wide array of your favorite name brands. And don't forget our large selection of jewelry and accessories. Carnaby Square is Southern Illinois' largest dealer of Brighton. At Carnaby Square, we take pride in our one-on-one, knowledgeable customer service and look forward to helping you create your own special look. Plus, always free gift wrapping. Find endless gift ideas 24/7 at CarnabySquare.com and on our Facebook page. Shop the fashion leader in downtown Fairfield, Carnaby Square.
When it comes to your banking, you have as many options as colors in the crayon box. That's why you can bank your way at Teutopolis State Bank. What works best for you may be different from what works best for your neighbor. Teutopolis State Bank is built to serve all your banking needs, whether it's online banking, mobile check deposit, text banking, or just stopping in to see them at one of their 3 convenient locations. Member FDIC and an equal housing lender, it's Teutopolis State Bank. Banking made personal since 1913.
Napa know-how.
At Flora Auto Parts, you can count on the Napa know-how experts to have the solutions to keep you running on the road or in the field. More than just your car, your locally owned Napa store carries a large inventory of parts for farms, heavy trucks, and just about everything that moves. Experienced counter people understand your needs and are ready to help with the perfect part at a great value. That's Napa know-how at Flora Auto Parts.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Le Mans Chevrolet.
Rural King in Salem. The friendly folks at Rural King will never leave you searching for those hard-to-find items on your list. Farm, home, sporting, automotive, and clothing. Oh, and did I mention we also have everything else, along with all of the quality brands that you deserve. Salem Rural King is a proud retailer of the steel product line. Your searching is over when you know the King. Rural King in Salem.
In 1916, Warren Miller chose Auto Owners Insurance. Later, his son made the same choice, as did his grandson. And today, his great-granddaughter did the same. As we reflect on where we've been, we're grateful to our independent agents and to those who have put their trust in us, and to the generations who will. Auto Owners Insurance.
Harrison Insurance in Louisville is your local independent auto owners insurance agency.
Welcome back, folks. Well, we might be wrong. I've been wrong before.
Maybe.
Welcome back, folks, to Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Catch TV. Talking with Cory Hodges and Debbie Hodges, having a good time. We're getting folks traveling. We're getting fired up. And you mentioned, we talked a little bit earlier about the river cruise versus ocean cruise. And we showed that I guess that's a ship. I mean, you can't call that thing a boat, can you?
No.
Tell me about that gigantic big monster we just saw on screen.
So what that ship is that's the Oasis class ship with Royal Caribbean. So they have everything that you can imagine doing in a hotel or in a city. They have it on that ship. They've got everything for you.
Do you run into people? Let me ask you this, Cory. Do you run into people like I'll say hypothetical guy who says, I'm a city guy. I like going city to city. There's nothing on a cruise for me. What do you tell somebody like that?
There's everything. If you want to do bumper cars, there's cruise ships with bumper cars on them. If you like escape rooms, you can do an escape room.
Casinos,
laser tag,
ice skating rinks,
Broadway entertainment, Broadway shows.
Can I use my phone? I guess you don't want to use your phone. I mean, you're trying to relax.
You can. Everything is Wi-Fi.
I didn't know if this is it all Wi-Fi?
Oh yeah, they offer Wi-Fi. Usually there's a charge for that.
Okay.
But Wi-Fi's good on most of the ships.
Tell me about some of the now you have they go to stop at the Caribbean islands and all over the world, but tell me about some of these man-made islands that folks are doing, because I've got a video here that I want to show. Tell me about this huge island that the Royal Caribbean's using.
They just recently completed their perfect day at Coco Cay, and they've
perfect day,
and they've added water slides and a hot air balloon. They've got cabanas all over the water cabanas. They've got a wave pool.
Now, and this is not this. They're not going to have hotel accommodations or anything here.
It's just an in and out the same day.
In and out the same day. If you're on one of these cruise ships, and probably one of those monster cruise ships, I guess. I'm using the term monster in the most pleasant way possible.
Yep.
I want to see what this thing looked like. Here is the perfect day at Coco K?
Perfect day
at Coco K. All right. Oh, really? Now, that was pretty cool. Welcome back, folks. Following that, I got to tell you, that looked like a lot of fun.
I think it is a lot of fun. We have not been.
Yeah. Well, you say this one is just brand new.
Just brand new.
We
open
were
this year.
scheduled in March to go, and that was the first round of cruises that got canceled.
Now, is Royal Caribbean, they're not the only one with one of these kind of places, right?
Royal Caribbean's the only one with the park of this nature, but they all have their private islands. Disney has their private island, and NCL has their private island, and Carnival has their private island.
What's the Royal Caribbean, Carnival? What's the main difference between one cruise line versus another? Why would I choose a Royal Caribbean over a Norwegian?
Well, they all have different specialties, and a lot of times people would get started with one brand for a certain reason, then they stick with that brand because you continue to build up your loyalty points.
Mm-hmm.
And then as you get more loyalty points, just like flying, everybody kind of chooses which airline they want to stick with. But Royal Caribbean is the #1 cruise line for families.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Why so?
Well, because of you've seen everything they offer.
Okay. Well, yeah, that was pretty cool.
There is and they continually win all the awards for family cruises.
Well,
the price point is perfect for families. You know, Disney is a top-notch cruise line also, but their price point is a little higher.
Now, cruise ships are still shut down, right?
Cruise ships are
What's the current line of thinking, Cory, when we restarting?
I think right now, restarting on September 15th, as long as everything stays quiet as far as cases and whatnot.
Is this maybe the best time for a family or for somebody to start thinking about booking a cruise? Because I'm guessing, just knowing a little bit about market supply and demand, that the supply is huge right now.
There's a lot of supply. They're wanting to book their cruise ships for the next year and a half. They want to make sure that there's people on them. Right now, the best thing to do is book. And like all of us that have cruises canceled this year,
right,
they are going to give you 125% towards your next cruise if they have to cancel the one you book. So if you book today, you're investing in going on a cruise in the future. If they cancel it,
I hadn't even thought about that.
If they cancel it after September 15th, then you've invested a 25% return on your investment towards a better room.
Oh, that's outstanding. Okay, we got about 30 seconds to go, 30 or 40 seconds. Where in the world do you want to go that you haven't been?
Right now, I want to go to Tahiti.
You want to go to
completely
Tahiti?
Out there, but I love the idea of Tahiti. It's great. 0 cases of coronavirus.
Oh, no kidding?
Yeah, 0.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Now's the time to go.
That's perfect. How about you? Where would you like to go, Debbie?
My next big destination is going to be South Africa. I promised my family as soon as my grandkids are at least 8, we're going to go on an African safari.
Oh, no kidding.
So I've only got 7 years to go.
Well, that's pretty cool. Well, I tell you what, I've just had a ball. I've enjoyed it, and best of luck, because this doggone pandemic's going to end, and you guys
It is going to end.
And you guys are just well prepared, ready to go, aren't you?
Mm-hmm. We are ready.
Thank you so much, Debbie, for coming on. I appreciate it. Thanks, Cory, for coming on.
Thanks,
Great
Bruce.
job, guys. Appreciate you guys coming on. Folks, thank you so much for watching a big talk with Bruce Dickey today. Appreciate it. We'll see you all tomorrow. Have a great day.